My name is Mohammad Zain Labdeen and welcome back to my channel ZAIN'S Odyssey. So today we will be discussing about how to implement the secant method in Python. So let's begin with the code. Today we will explore the secant method, an interactive algorithm used for finding the roots of a real valued function without the need of derivatives, unlike Newton method. So the secant method and the Newton method are almost exactly same, except that we have a change in formula right over here. In the secant method, we have x1 and x naught. So let's begin. I have defined a function over here named as secant method that have five. I have passed five parameters in this. So the first parameter I passed in this method is function, the targeted function, which is to be found x naught, the initial guesses, and x1 also the initial guesses for the root. Tolerance Tolerance the number of acceptable errors in the results, and the max iter is equals to max iterations that will be taken in this program. So exactly like before, we will have two returns, the roots and the iterations. The roots will be total approximate number of roots, and the iterations are the total number of iterations that will be performed in this program. So right now I have provided the max number of iterations are there 100. So let's move forward. I have here is the main formula that will be working while absolute function of x1 is greater than tolerance and the iterations will be less than the max iteration. The formula will today we will be working is x next is equals to x1 minus function of x1 multiplied by x1 minus x naught, and that will be divided by the function of x1 and the function of x naught. Right over here, as the formula runs, as the computation is moved forward, we will have the x1 over here will be converted into x naught, and the x naught over here will be converted into x1, and then again we will have x1 over here, and x next is the next value that will be incremented in the answer. So the iterations over here are +1, and the return is x1 and the number of iterations. So the x1 will be returned over here, and the iterations x next will be the numbers of iterations that are moving forward. So I have asked another function over here, example function return x power 2 minus 4. The initial guess is 1 and the initial guess 2 is 3.0. So once again, root and iterations will be equal to secant method example function. I have defined this function right over here, and the initial guess 1 is 1 and the initial guess 2 is 3. So moving forward, in the last, I have passed two functions of print. The first one is to print the root, and the second one is to print the iteration. So let's move forward and run this code so we can see what are the number of iterations and the values we get. So as you can see that it took us a total of 5 iterations to reach the root of 1.9999 that was defined in this whole function. So that's it with secant method. Follow for more, and I'll be back with a new video next time. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.